today's job, clearing out the creek.
Our lovely creek here didn't actually dry up this year, which was quite remarkable, to be honest. But what happens is, as you can see, things get caught along the way, just a little bit of debris and things growing over into the creek. And what could eventually happen is that this can pile up so much that flooding can occur. So the key is every now and then to check the creek, walk up and down it and clear it out.
There are tons of reasons why you want to keep your creek clear. One, as I mentioned, is that you want the flow to happen. Also, when there's too much build-up, erosion happens on the side of the banks, and again, you don't want that happening. Things are going to be falling in. Another great reason is that too much overhang and too much shelter is a perfect home for mosquitoes. Now, we don't want mosquitoes here. We want this flow to be happening. We don't want any standing water because that will attract mosquitoes too. And also they do like the shade over the creeks. So many reasons to get rid of it. So you'll see here a classic example of what you kind of got to be careful of. Here, there's a real backlog of twigs and just debris. And even though the water's flowing down here, this eventually could become a little bit of a problem. So I just need to clear this out. Look at how satisfying this is. Oh, yeah. You go, little water. Flow free. In Canada, there's some debate about who actually owns the creek. I've read multiple studies on this now, and you know, some of them say, oh, it's Crown land, the Crown owns the bed. But actually, when you look into it, there's a ton of legal documents on this. And so if the creek is within your boundary, your parcel of land, then it's actually your responsibility, it's your creek. So yeah, I mean, even if it wasn't, if it was Crown, you still want to keep it clear, but you know, even more impetus when you actually own
some areas like this where you've got a low overhang, but it's not really obstructing anything. Sometimes it's actually quite good to have a little bit of overhang because this does slow down the water. So if there's a sudden gush of water, say from a snow melt or something happening above where they've released the water, then this can actually help slow down the water coming through. So it's about picking and choosing, really.
I've been fighting with so many trees. All right, so here we are, the end of the line. So there's a fence here. So that's our property line. But the culvert is just there. So it would kind of be irresponsible of me to leave it and not clear it. So I'm going to go through and just clear that bit out as well.
There we have it. End of the road for me. And over to my neighbour's house. Nice and clear. Lovely. And as for our creek, running beautifully. And as for me, I definitely got a little bit wet. I may have fallen on my backside when I went underneath the fence just then. So, you know. And these work creeks, I've discovered they've got holes in them. So, yeah. No, nice day for it. So, who cares?